we're working on it.
Yeah. So first time at the headquarters today.
Yeah, man.
Setup.
Yeah.
So we just want to say, first, what did you expect before you came here? I'm sure you had some sort of expectation of what it looks like, or everything. You might have seen some videos and stuff, and then, so what did you expect, and then how was it actually when you got here?
Yeah, man. I mean, on YouTube, I've seen the gym, videos of E working out here a couple times, and just coming here, I really didn't know what to expect. I don't know if I was expecting this huge building with Ronnie plastered all over it, or I don't know. But this is an amazing place. It's fun, nice people here.
Cool, man. We're glad to have you here. So, you think if we had a quarter mile in the back to race, you think you would have won, or what?
Oh man, I had you on that.
You had me?
I had you on that race, bro.
We raced before the interview. That's how we warm up. I don't know. We'll have to do that sometime.
Yeah, got my adrenaline going.
Yeah, we go too. All right, so let's talk about how you got into training, weights, the fitness lifestyle that you live now. You played sports your whole life, right? Always been competitive. So how did that translate into the life that you live now every day?
Well, I played baseball my entire life since I was six years old. And when I got into high school my freshman year, my father actually introduced me to lifting weights. He taught me how to lift and do everything the right way, because he did it in the past. And when I started lifting weights, it was like more of a therapy for me. Like I would go there and any struggles that were on my mind, anything that was on my mind, I would just take it out on the weights. Yep. So I fell in love with it, and then my body started changing and started developing more of like a man. Mm-hmm. And I fell in love with it from my freshman year of high school till now.
You do some powerlifting, right? You've done that. So do you have anything like that coming up? Anything planned for?
Yeah. I just competed recently at the Orlando Europa. I qualified for the World Championships. It's going to be out here in West Palm Beach on November 10th. Okay. And I plan to break the world record for my age and my weight, which is 475 pounds on the bench. And I plan on putting up 501. Mm-hmm. So I'm getting ready for that. I got to cut like 22 pounds.
Right.
So I got to start dieting and doing cardio every day.
Right. So that's not a record for women paraplegic athletes. That's the record.
Yeah, that's the record for able-bodied.
A lot of people would think that, right?
Yeah. A lot of people would think that, but no, it's for everyone,
right?
All around the world.
Yeah. So that's pretty bad. You have one record already, right?
Yeah, I do.
What's that record?
I have the American record for the team division of the 198-pound weight class for the bench press. I put 427 pounds, and I'm going to do 501 at the world.
How old were you?
I was 19.
19. I was still trying to see if I could rep 225 a little bit. I wasn't even thinking about 400. So
yeah. Well, for me, it's like obviously I'm an amputee, and my whole life I've only used my upper body for everything. Baseball, swinging the bat, everything. I didn't use my legs to pivot or anything. So everything I do is pure upper body. So for me, it's just more strong.
Yeah. Well, it's in West Palm, man. We'll be there for sure. We'll definitely call you on that one. So, kind of, you got a little cheat sheet. You get to see Mecca a little bit. But so, there's a lot of stereotypes for someone as yourself, someone who has prosthetics. I'm sure you get that a lot, right? I'm sure you get it, or just questions, or just you have to deal with that all the time. I guess one would be, what is the reason for it? Because you probably did get that, so let's get that out there. Number one, and number two, how do you deal with that all the time?
Well, I mean, I was born like this. I was born missing the tibia and fibula bones in both my legs. So they tried putting casts on me and everything, nothing worked. So my parents made the decision to amputate, because the doctor told them that if you want your son to walk one day, you'll make this decision. It was a hard decision. They had a hard time doing it, but they made this decision, thank God, because I am who I am today. Yeah. And people stereotype all the time, on social media especially, they're always saying, I have an advantage. When, people really don't know that I really don't have an advantage. For instance, weighing in at a powerlifting competition, I have to weigh in at 198. My legs alone weigh 20 pounds. And when I'm bench pressing, I don't get to use my legs to drive up to bench press. So I only have my upper body. So technically I'm like 172. People, they always stereotype. I deal with it on my own. I try not to give it too much attention, but I just prove them wrong with everything. Yeah, that's my goal.
Yeah,
I show everyone I can
drive you. Yeah. So, I mean, how was that? So you've been like this since birth.
Yes.
Right. So how was it growing up?
people would, stare at me all the time. They still do, especially kids. They stare at me all the time. I tell them all Iron Man.
Right, there you go.
But, yeah, especially when I started playing baseball, everyone was amazed. Oh, he's not going to be able to do it. He's not going to be able to play. He can't run. He can't this. But I just, I proved everyone wrong. I played baseball in high school, so I came a long way. But, it was tough growing up. A lot of people thought I couldn't do certain things, but they do what they want.
Proving people wrong your whole life.
Exactly.
You're on the cover of
ESPN magazine.
That must have been pretty cool.
Yeah, I was 13 years old when I was on the cover of ESPN magazine. At that time, I had made the All-Star team for my district, which is Dr. Phillips, and I was hitting home runs like every game and just getting ready to go play ball. And ESPN contacted me and they wanted to do a whole story on me, so they came down to Orlando. And next thing you know, they told me I was going to be on the cover of ESPN. And it was a pretty amazing experience.
Yeah. So you kind of already touched on this one. Using the gym as therapy or an escape. You said you do that, but so that's your mindset. So what was it? Just a general escape? Was it escape from a certain thing, or is it just just that's how you got your stress out in life?
Well, that's pretty much how I got my stress out in life. I'm always stressing about something, whether it's right now me worrying about whether it's family issues or me getting ready for my competition. I just take all my stress and everything I think about, I take it out in the gym. When I'm in the gym, I'm stress free. I don't think about anything but lifting that heavy weight.
So obviously you got people that have been supporting your whole life throughout your journey. Who's your? I'm sure you have several. Who's your biggest supporters in your life?
Well, my biggest support is my parents. They've been there for me since day one. They've always believed in me. Anything I told them I wanted to do, they never told me, hey, maybe you can't do this.
Right.
They encouraged me to do it. Especially my mom. Growing up, I would fall on the floor. She wouldn't help me up. People would look at her like she's crazy, but that's one of the reasons why I am who I am today, because I don't really fall anymore. I don't fall at all. I can do all these things without worrying. And so I thank my parents a lot for that. My girlfriend, of course, she supports me through anything. She's there all the time. My cousin, he's like a brother to me. He's always by my side. He supports me through anything I want to do. And of course, Team RCSS. I'm blessed to be a part of this team. And you guys have been a great support for the short amount of time I've been with you guys, and I know it's just going to grow. We're going to come closer.
Yeah. Right on. We're excited to see next meeting and wherever you're going after that. So we'll be there for you. This is kind of an obvious question, but I guess be specific about what was your biggest struggle? What was it? Was it having to deal with people looking at you, or was it what was your biggest struggle with this your whole life?
Well, my biggest struggle through my whole life was people not believing in me. A lot of people really thought that I couldn't do certain things. And I hate when people say I can't. It drives me nuts. So I just have to prove to them that I can. I'm just like everyone else. Right. I'm not anything different. And that had to have been my hardest struggle growing up. But
so I see a lot of on your page some motivational posts all the time. You have great motivation. You're always trying to inspire people. Just not even specific to people who may have the same sort of situation that you have, just everybody in general, right? But what would you say to those people who you're trying to inspire, and especially those who are in a similar or share similar experiences to you? What would you say?
Right, like you said, it's not just for amputees at all. It's for everyone. Right. What I would say is, don't ever let anyone tell you you can't do something. If you want to do it, do it. Don't let anyone shut down your dreams or anything like that. Go for your dreams and dream big, because you can do it.
Yeah. Now a lot of times, they use this word, disability or disability. Right. I don't think you view it like that.
No, I'm not disabled. Right. I don't look at it like I'm disabled. I'm just different.
Last thing, man, just reaction. First time that you have these mads and stuff like that, and being on Ronnie's page. What was that like the first time?
Man, the first time was you guys were doing a promotion. It was you guys were selecting somebody on social media to tag Team RCSS, and I did it. And next thing you know, Ronnie Coleman's liking my pictures, and I flipped out. I was all excited.
Yeah.
And then I believe it was Sean who emailed me, and he told me that I was nominated. And then you guys sent me products, and then a few months later, like 6 months later, Sean contacted me again, offering me the sponsorship. And that just blew my mind away. I was actually going through a hard time at that time. I had developed bursitis in my knee, because I do have one real knee.
Right.
I developed bursitis, and I was stuck in the house, not being able to walk at all for a month straight. I couldn't do anything. You know, I was really depressed.
Right.
And then that email just brought me up, man. A week later, I was walking again, and I was in the gym.
Yeah.
So it was an amazing feeling.
Oh man, it's an awesome story. And you know, as soon as I saw your page and Sean reached out to you, and like I said, we sent you some product and stuff. I said, we gotta have this kind of thing. You know, there's not a better inspirational story out there. So we'll do what we do.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks for being here.